Oh shit, here we go again.
Yo, what's good, guys? I'm back at it again. I know you guys missed me. Oh, you didn't? Shut up. Well, I'm back anyway, okay? So just, live with that. Anyway, it has been a long time, I think. Oh yeah, it has been. Let's not focus on that though. Let's not dwell in the past, alright? Let's focus on the fact that I'm back, okay? And, you guys must be excited for me to be back, right? You guys must be happy for my arrival, right? Anyway, you might be asking why I was gone for such time, and, I'll be asking too, but it has its reasons, technical difficulty reasons. Let's just call it that. Yeah, let's just go with that. But I'm not gonna let those reasons stop me from making more videos for you guys, because I had lots of fun. You guys like my videos, right? Right?
So anyways, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
This video, guys, listen, is gonna be a League of Legends video. I know, right? Don't leave yet. Let me elaborate, please. Hey, come back. Right? Let me elaborate as to why League of Legends. And there's just one simple reason, actually. Boobs. Yeah, like that's literally it. Anyway, now that we got that settled, in this video, we're playing Briar, as the title says, and it's kind of simple. But like, let me just explain to you as to why I'm doing this, alright? So like, the game itself has like over 170 champions or some shit. Over 200. And I like to play, for example, like a support, like Braum on top lane. Let me show you how that looks real quick. You saw that? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I just like doing it because it's off meta, it's fun, it gives the game a bit more life and shit. And I'm teaching you how to have fun in a miserable game like League of Legends. With this video covering the topic Briar, which is, in my opinion, the most fun so far. So, next video, I'm probably gonna talk about like top lane Braum or some shit, and we'll be moving on from there. So now, enough talk. Let me just give you like a little taste of the wonderful beauties of Briar. All right, roll the clip.
Smoking trees, I'm riding around. Come to my side of town. Lately, it's been going. All of my niggas gon' ride with it in the pocket, the rocket like killing mom. Mama told me the power was in the tongue, but it probably ain't powerful as a gun. All of you little cowards get devoured. I'm giving out flowers to anyone. I ain't been out the house in a minute, cause I ain't with it if the money is miniature. I've been minding my business, I'm business minded. I've been spending some time with the minister, cause them niggas spinning shit and still sinning in the city of God and the sinister. Try to pray and repent in a synagogue or a mosque or temple or church. Them brown skin cinnamon niggas hurting and murders a common courtesy for certainly.
Like,
RPP on the shirt, search, lurk, murk, squirt, lurk, first.
Especially a fucking Vex, bro. I don't think I can really call him
without a court date. Talked the other day, he said he doing okay. He good anyway. They got a sharp shake he made. He say they play, they gotta partake. Homie got a heart full of hate and a face full of war paint. Eyes all red, full of rage, and it's hard to escape from a dark place. East side niggas from the A, niggas all ages. Tryna sell a pound of the dog cage. All the OGs round town was all age. Dangerous sex and drugs, X and all rated. Dangerous sex and drugs should be outrageous. But don't get this shit fucked up, my boy. You lucked up once, you get doubled up by dribbling past into the cup and triple double to get to the basket, get the cash and cuddle up, cover up, bundle up, back
Bomba!
Talk a lot of smack it, I can back it up. Shout out wanna shag it up. I can put a puss on the platter, I can platypus. Nap head, nigga, hair, nat it up. I said Barbara, nigga, tat it up. I won't argue, nigga, mad at fuck, cause they ain't compatible. I'm finna catapult, but niggas know it's going down. For a couple decades, been letting this text ray from that day that I met Dre. So you liable to catch strays from the second you press play. I suggest they do not test like an essay, cause like where my homies out west day, we can just say I'm like an R-A-P-E-R. Got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep, R.I.P. rest in peace. Biggie and Pac, both of y'all should be living. Yep, but I ain't tryna beef with him, cause he might put a hit on me like keep
be killing me. Ain't gonna be on no beat, silly. I beat the beat, silly, on the grind like teeth gritting. Call me OB City. You think it's overweight? It's just me getting this me, and it ain't gonna be pretty. Used to be 8 tall, then I grew a little each day till I became God like James Todd. Now your arms are too short to be K-Bra. Indeed, they small like DJ Paul. My new band's better than your truck by far. Bitch, suck my balls. You either smoke crack or you're playing stickball in the street, cause you must be on base if you thinking you can touch my car. But if the whole world was out to get you, it'd turn you to a powder keg too. Cow written house, spitting rounds to take shoots like. And then that 6 hour let's loose. I don't condone gun violence at schools, but I can't get these voices out my head. They're putting words in my mouth like alphabet soup. Got the most content on the continent.
See, now that was beautiful and amazing, wasn't it? Now let me teach you how you can do this too. Let me first teach you Briar's base kit so you can understand how she works in game. So let's start off with Briar's passive. Now her passive is a little bit complicated, so let me try to keep it simple. First off, she has no base health regeneration, meaning no matter how long you wait, she will not heal like health back by herself. Secondly, she does not have a mana bar like most other champions. Her abilities cost 6% of her current health, sort of like Mundo. And lastly, her attacks and abilities apply a stack of bleed up to 7 times that will damage the enemy for about 5 seconds and heal you for 25% of that damage. Next up we have Briar's Q. This ability is a point-and-click leap that stuns the enemy for 0.85 seconds, does magic damage, and reduces the enemy armor and MR for 5 seconds. Next up we got Briar's W. This one's a bit difficult to explain though, but I'm gonna try my best to make it make sense. Basically, her W is a dash that goes through walls and puts you into Blood Frenzy. Means that you are focusing the nearest enemy for 5 seconds, while you're focusing champions, of course. In this state, she gets extra attack speed, extra movement speed, and her attacks deal splash damage. The difference between taunting yourself and getting taunted by like a Shen or Ramos is that you can still use your other abilities or your items. Be careful though, because once you're locked onto a target, flashing away is going to be useless. The only thing that can stop a Blood Frenzy is your E. With that being said, let's talk about her E. Briar's E is the only way to manually cancel her Blood Frenzy. If you press it once, it will damage the enemy and slow them by 80%. But if you hold it, you gain damage reduction, healing over time, and if you fully charge it, it will knock the enemy away, dealing more damage. If the enemy that's knocked away hits a wall, they get stunned for 1.5 seconds. Let's talk about, in my opinion, the most fun part of her kit, her ultimate. The ultimate basically is like a gemstone that you throw almost across the entire map, where it stops on the first champion that it hits. Let me also mention that while your gemstone flies across the map, it will give you vision across the area that it flies towards. So you can use it to see if someone's doing Dragon right now or any other important objective. Once you hit a champion, you will fly towards them at massive speeds and deal magic damage towards them and enemies around you, also causing enemies around you to be feared. After that, you're going to be stuck in an empowered Blood Frenzy until either of you die. During this time, by the way, you're also going to get armor, magic resist, lifesteal, and additional movement speed. Well, that was it for my guide on Briar normally, but now let me teach you more about Crit Briar. Wait, I am a simpleton. I forgot to explain Briar's W recast. Basically, her W recast is an empowered attack that deals more damage and heals you for a percentage of the damage that you dealt. It's important to know that you do more damage on the missing health that you have, and you heal yourself for more damage that you dealt. So I would recommend you use your Q first, and then only use your recast right before the armor reduction of the Q ends, and right before your W ends as well, so to get the maximum amount of healing. Anyway, back to the video, bye! Alright, so while we let this game load in the background, let me quickly guide you through the runes and the items that you're going to be using for Crit Briar. Alright, so in this picture you can see that I went for Hail of Blades instead of your usual Briar, like Press the Attack or Conqueror or some shit. That's because, like, Hail of Blades just brings out, like, the extra attack speed that you really need for, like, the first few seconds of the fight, right? In this picture, you can also see, like, your ideal item times of, like, when you want to buy what item. Obviously, that doesn't really matter now, because that's just how that game went, right? That game that I played. It went really well, so I could afford, like, Infinity Edge, Collector, and Boots on minute 17. But, obviously, not every game is going to go like that. So let me show you, like, a better build overview rather than just this ideal thing. So, while we wait for our red buff to spawn, let me quickly break this down for you guys. Your starter items should be the Gust Walker, I think it's called, like whatever, the blue pets, okay, the blue jungle pets. No pot, because you don't need it. After your entire full clear, Serrated Dirk, and then the crit cloak. If you have more money left, like if you, for example, if you got like a kill because of a gank, or if you dueled the jungler for the crab and you won the duel, you have some more money left, then I would say you should buy Serrated Dirk and then Pickaxe, and then keep the cycle going, you know? Obviously, just not every game is going to go like that, and sometimes you're going to get invaded too, or sometimes, you know, shit can happen, alright? So that was what you should get for your jungle pets and your first, like, what you should get after your first clear. Let me actually get into the main builds, which is mostly up to you, but the first 3 items are Collector, Speed Boost Boots, which I'm pretty sure are called like Berserker's Greaves or something, and then Infinity Edge. Those 3 items are your bread and butter. That shit goes into every single Briar build. After that, you can freestyle. It depends on what enemy you play against. It depends on what you want to, what you play with, and it kind of depends on what you really feel like, honestly. But the rest is just mostly up to you. Obviously, still crits, but mostly up to you. So, like I said, right, after you buy these 3 main items, you can finish it off with literally anything you want to finish it off. Me personally, I like to go for Wild Arrows or Flicker Blade, because it also gives me crits, but it also gives me like attack speed, and it lowers my cooldown for my Q or something, which is pretty good, pretty strong. Or the Shield Bow, which also gives me a lot of AD, but also gives me like this extra, like the lifeline, the passive, right? Which is really strong on like a squishy character. Well, on a squishy build that I'm currently performing, because, well, I die a lot. So having like that extra lifeline passive from Shield Bow can save your life pretty often, actually. Like I said though, after you finish your crits, you can do literally anything your heart desires, tells you to do. Anything that might help you win fights. If you're playing against like a healer or some shit, Nami, Warwick or some shit, yeah. You can also just build Ansa Heal, you can build Blade of Ruined King if you're playing against like Mundo or some shit. Like, it really doesn't matter that much. As long as you have these 3 items and full crits, it's up to you. You can mess around, go crazy with it, bro. Do anything you want to do. Alright, that was it for the items though. Let me give you like a quick little Briar jungle tip. Even though I'm a bad jungler and you should probably not listen to me. But let me just give you like a little something. On this blue buff right now, I stopped attacking it for like, you know, it was like 100 HP left or some shit, and I already moved on to the Grump. But because of the bleed damage and the pet damage, it still dies like automatically, even though I left it alone. Which basically lets you, like, it allows you to leave your camps a little bit earlier, which is pretty nice. I like that. At first, it doesn't seem like much, I understand, but just to kind of like put you into perspective, right? In a couple of seconds, we will see Malphite enter this bush right there. And if I didn't like cut like some time back in the jungle camps, I wouldn't have gotten this crap, because Malphite would have already been there. But now because I did that, it's just like a little bit of something every time, which was just enough for me to get the crab before Malphite did. So sadly now Heimerdinger dies in this case, but I still managed to get like at least both kill participations on these kills, and I got the crab. So all in all, I'd say this was pretty successful. Alright, now we're just gonna go for a quick little clear on 5-down speed, because no one needs to see that. We're getting the crab, and then we're just gonna go for a second round of clearing. I know that the dragon has spawned, but in my opinion, the first dragon never matters that much to me anyway, so I never focus on that in the like at all. So now we're just going for a second clear, and we leave the jungle with 2,000 coins, which is good. Also, I forgot to mention this a bit earlier, but let me just mention it now, that Crit Briar, or at least the way I'm playing it, is just mostly like a stay in jungle type of playstyle, right? I play the way where I just stick to the jungle, try to get as much clear as possible, try to get as much money as possible. So like I have like a higher advantage against the enemy jungler, and that when we actually meet in battle, right, I have a higher chance of winning. Just because I spent so much more time in the jungle and getting money and stuff. Now here's something funny happens though. Because I didn't even know the Malphite was there, but because he accidentally walked into my AoE range of my W, I hit him with that. So now
I got both of these kills too. Funny enough, though, I wouldn't have gotten these kills if he didn't walk into my range. Or better said, I wouldn't have known that they were there if he didn't walk into my range. Yeah, but for now, I think I'm just gonna speed everything up by 5 times, so it's not gonna take 20 years for this one video. But in case anything interesting happens or I have to comment on something, I'm gonna mention it real quick, but for now, I'm just gonna speed it all up. So now, as you can see, I recall at 10 minutes, which is pretty fun. I have 2.4k coins, and I have enough money to buy collector and boots. Cool, but now here's the issue though, because now I have these items, but I kind of missed my time to go to the dragon. That's cool, I'm just gonna throw my ult out, and I miss it. Very miserably, very sadly. Now here's a very bad play that I did. I went for the kill on Zoe, even though it was pretty bad. Like 4 people are there, and I still went in. Not very smart. So yeah, that was a bad play for me right there. My bad. Luckily, it didn't die though, so I guess it wasn't really an all loss. But still, it was a bad play. Like I said though, to me, the first dragon doesn't really matter much. So this was really not that big of a loss. It was just a bad play. Because like, in my opinion, the first dragon doesn't give you as big of an advantage as like waiting for grubs, for example. You know what I mean? So I just don't like going for that shit first time anyway. So now, the next thing I did was I went for, with the wait together, we went for the kill on Mundo. And then back to farming, of course, because that's the entire fucking gameplay. So while I'm busy farming this red buff, I get interrupted because my eyes shift towards the bot lane and I see Nami. And they decide to ult her. And I hit her, so I got the kill. But I still missed the red buff. I don't know why I didn't smite it or anything, but I don't know, I'm stupid. Anyway, back to farming. After missing my ultimate in the most embarrassing way possible, again, I want to show you guys this though, because you know how Nami can give herself like a movement speed to get away from me? If I didn't have Collector in this situation right there, she would have gotten away. So if we skip a little bit ahead, we can see the same thing happen to Mundo as well. As he popped his ultimate, and if I didn't have Collector right there, I would not have been able to kill him, because it's Mundo, and his ultimate would have made him live. But because I still got him to that below 5% of his HP, even through ultimate, it just executes him, which is exactly why Collector is such a core item in his build. So for quick clarification, I wanted to surrender because there was nothing our team could have done against the Malphite. I tried to ult the Yasuo, but I missed terribly because I fucking hit the wind wall for some reason, and just look at that. I want to ask you one quick question as to how the fuck that even hit. Alright? And to be honest, for the most part of the rest of this game, nothing really exciting happens. The enemy team won by like a hard landslide, but they just never wanted to end because they were just toying with us. So I was like, cool, alright, might as well then, right? My team doesn't want to surrender, enemy team doesn't want to win. I might as well just keep farming and get more money and go full build and shit. So I went to solo the Octagon to at least give us like a little bit of an advantage, and maybe we can still flip the game. I mean, you never know. You never know. So now I'm there, fighting the Octagon all by myself. Almost, yeah, just as the Mundo was about to arrive, I thought I was about to miss it because I'm not a good juggler, so I usually miss my smites pretty often, actually. So I thought I was about to miss Octagon and just completely fuck this whole thing up, but I got it, so that was pretty good. After that, I saw that Nami and Zoe were all alone, so I thought maybe I could sack them off a little bit. That didn't really go as planned, but thanks to Collector, I still got the kill on Zoe. This is another Collector moment, guys. I'm just saying, that's why Collector is like just the most important item in this entire build. Those 3 core items, and then do whatever you want to do. But Collector, number 1. Anyway, let's just skip to the end. Listen. Alright, listen. What if AP Briar? Look at this shit. This is like 60%. Sorry, this is like 60% this. And I already do magic damage, by the way. It's already, like, that's already good, you know what I mean? So I can just get fucking, like, I got something. I can just fucking get, like, magic pen, right? Which is good. This one doesn't really go up that much, I guess, but like this one goes up by 240 if they hit the fucking wall. That's crazy, dude. Her ult also 120. Also does magic damage, so I can just get fucking like. Alright, as I take a quick look at our base, I noticed that everyone is there, or all the enemy team is there. So I'm taking this opportunity to quickly do the Baron and hopefully still have a chance. Let's also hope that I'm gonna survive this, because I don't know if I can do it solo. Holy shit, I actually did it. I fucking beat the Baron, guys. It's finally winnable. Yeah, well, me soloing the dragon did not really do much right there because they still won the game. They did win the game about like 17 minutes ago, but it doesn't matter. I tried. I did it. I showed you guys how to play Briar, didn't I? Yeah. So I hope this guy was good. I hope you guys learned a little bit something. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna definitely do more guides or videos about League because it's kind of all I can do recently. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna show you guys one last little clip of like a funny little interaction I had, like the game after or something. Yeah, but for now, please let me know how it was. Give me feedback. Let me know if you actually learned something or not. Let me know if this was a good video or not. Let me know if I should actually delete myself. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you did, yes, you're goated as fuck. I love each and every one of you. And I will see you again in 30 years.